The first few weeks at Lily's house were quiet, almost peaceful in a way that felt foreign to Rex. The German Shepherd, once so distant and quiet, was beginning to show signs of something long lost: hope. At first, he would follow Lily around the house, lying quietly at her feet as she did her homework or read books. But as the days passed, Rex's transformation became impossible to ignore. It wasn't just his tail that started to wag when he saw Lily, or his ears that perked up at her voice. It was the way he began to look at her, not just as a caretaker, but as someone who had saved him, someone who had seen him when no one else had. One evening, after Lily finished a book she had been reading, she sat down on the couch beside Rex. She gently placed her hand on his head, her fingers running through his thick fur. "You're my best friend, Rex," she whispered, "and I'll never leave you. I promise." Rex, for the first time in months, pressed his head into her lap and closed his eyes, as if to say, "I trust you." As the days turned into weeks, Lily began to heal in ways she didn't even fully understand. Since her mother's passing, she had struggled to find peace within herself. But with Rex by her side, it was as if the weight she had carried for so long was starting to lift. He became her protector, her confidant, her silent companion through the grief she had kept locked inside. Lily's father, David, noticed the change in both of them. Before they adopted Rex, their home had been filled with an unspoken sadness, a quiet tension that came with losing someone so important. But now, the house felt warmer, even brighter. The walls that once echoed with the silence of grief now held the sound of laughter. Lily's laughter. One rainy afternoon, Lily decided to take Rex for a walk in the park. It was a peaceful day, the kind where the world felt like it was holding its breath. As they walked, Lily noticed how differently Rex moved now. His steps were lighter, quicker, as if he too had learned how to find joy in the simplest of moments. They reached a clearing, and Rex darted towards the pond, playfully splashing in the water. Lily laughed, her heart full, as she watched him. It was in moments like this that she truly realized how much Rex had healed her, how much he had filled the empty space in her heart. But not everything was perfect. As Rex became more playful and energetic, Lily's father began to worry. He had always been cautious, afraid of getting too attached to something that might one day be taken away. He loved Rex, but deep down, he feared that the happiness they had found could be temporary. What if something happened to Rex? What if Lily became too dependent on him? One evening, David sat down with Lily, his expression serious. "Lily," he began gently, "I've been thinking. I'm so glad you and Rex have bonded so well. He's a wonderful dog. But you know that dogs don't live forever. I don't want you to get hurt if anything happens to him." Lily looked up at her father, her eyes wide with concern. "What do you mean, Daddy? Rex isn't going anywhere." David sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I just want to make sure you understand that, well, he's getting older, and life has a way of taking things away from us when we least expect it." Lily's heart sank. The thought of losing Rex was too much for her to bear. She stood up, walking over to him. "Dad," she said softly, "I know you're scared, but I promise you, I won't let anything happen to Rex. We've been through too much together. He saved me, and I'm not going to let him go." David looked at his daughter, her face set with determination, and for the first time in a long while, he felt a weight lift from his chest. He didn't have all the answers, but he knew one thing for sure. Rex had changed their lives in a way they would never be able to repay. They didn't need to worry about what the future might hold because, for the first time in years, they were both living in the present. As the months went by, Lily's bond with Rex only grew stronger. He was there when she had her best days, and he was there when she felt sad or scared. He had become more than a dog. He was family, and that bond would never be broken. One summer afternoon, while Lily was playing in the yard with Rex, she noticed a group of kids walking by the house. They were laughing and playing, but one boy in particular kept glancing at Rex. Lily, always eager to share her love for her dog, waved them over. "Hey, want to meet my dog?" she called out, her voice filled with excitement. The children approached, some hesitant at first, unsure of Rex's size and strength. But as they got closer, they saw the gentle, calm expression on his face. Rex sat down, his tail wagging ever so slightly, his eyes soft and welcoming. The children gathered around, petting him and asking questions. One by one, they began to realize something Lily already knew. Rex wasn't just a dog. He was a friend, a healer, a companion who had the power to bring people together. As the day went on, more children came to visit, drawn in by the warmth Rex exuded. By the time the sun began to set, the yard was filled with laughter, the air alive with joy. And as Lily stood there, watching Rex interact with the kids, she knew that this was just the beginning. This dog, this once forgotten German Shepherd, had changed her life. And now, he was changing the lives of others. If this story has touched your heart, please hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you're helping us share more heartwarming stories that prove how love, compassion, and second chances can change lives. You never know. Maybe the next story will be about you and your dog. Breaks heart.